family. Come and join us as we give you a look at our polls for this week, Wednesday, the 6th of December.
Yes. I wrote down the wrong day. I will change that.
What day did you think it was?
This second.
That was Saturday.
The worst bit is it's also my sister's birthday.
Yes. And you still don't know what day it is.
I don't sleep.
Do, just not enough.
That's the same thing.
And that's because you're on silly shifts this week.
Yeah. Anyway, before we get sidetracked, let's get back to the subject at hand and talk about our poll list. So why not grab yourself a coffee, ready up some snacks, and join us as we dive into this week's new comics. Because it's literally our new comics. Excuse me, I have a hair in my eye.
Oh dear.
Right,
do you want to start off? Because as usual, your pile is significantly larger than mine. So do you want me to get mine out of the way?
Size. I don't mind. Go on in, you can get yours out of the way.
All right then. I thought you were going to just be like, no, I'll go first. As usual, my pool pile is quite small. So I have been, as regular watchers will know, been getting Birds of Prey. So the new one of those was out this week. And I got the cover C, I think this is.
Is that meant to be like a hip-hop variant?
Maybe. I quite liked it though. This was the variant I chose. That was my favourite of the covers. There was also quite a nice, I'm pretty sure this is C, and there was quite a nice cover D, which is like an Aquaman cover, which didn't have anything to do with Birds of Prey. It was just a nice cover. But this is the one that Jamie had, so this is the one that I got. And then my other regular pickup this week is Poison Ivy. There were two covers that I really, really liked, B and C. So cover B was David Nakayama. I can't remember who did the C cover, but I was like massively on the fence because he had both. I was like, Birds of Prey, yep. Question answered. He only has one. I will get that one. Poison Ivy, he had both. And I was like, do this one? Which one do I get? And obviously, Lizzie's a nightmare. And I was like, which one do I get? And she's like, you should get both. So that's exactly what I did. I got both. So there they are. This is a cover B, David Nakayama, with the shiny, shiny butt. But that's like a really cool, kick-ass Ivy, I'm coming to get you. And then you've got like the really sweet Ivy and Harley.
That's more of a
cuteness.
I'm going to seduce you and make you into my manslave.
Manslave, lady slave.
She makes men more her slave, where women make more her lover.
But yes, there we go. They were the two that I got. And they are, as usual for DC, really lovely cardstock.
Was Murdered by Mail not out?
No, yet again. Well, to be fair, Jamie doesn't get that anyway. But when I looked at the pull list on Key Collectors, I think it disappeared again. It's like every week they say that Murder by Mail is coming out next week, and every week it doesn't come out.
Okay.
Which I'm really disappointed by, because I liked the first one. I figured it out. I was really proud of myself. I'd figured it out.
The point behind the rest then?
No, because each one's a new case.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
So, for those of you that don't know, it's like a completely random, like, indie book. Murder by Mail. And it's a comic book, but it's a murder mystery that you're like a private investigator, and like different pages you get like different evidence and bits of the story, and you put it all together and you get to work out who the murderer is, and then like on the last page you can turn over and see if you're right. I really like doing these kind of murder mystery figure it out things. In fact, I was like, yay, there's going to be like one a month. And there was one, and it's been
a few months, at least.
It feels like it's been about 6 months, and the number 2 still hasn't arrived. But yeah, that is.
And we're not bitter. We're not. Yeah.
No, I'm not bitter. I'm not impatiently waiting for it to come out. It's the fact that he now says, like, when it comes up on the polls, it says it's like 2, 3, and 4 are all coming out in the same week. It's like, but it's not, because it never comes. But yeah, that's my very tiny poll list. Those of you that have seen our Keys of the Week will know that I was a little bit on the fence about whether to get Marvel Voices, and I stayed very much on the fence, and then we decided I did, because I wasn't going to get it. I was like, no, having looked at it, the 4 stories that are in there, the only one I'm really interested in is Photon. I won't get it. And then you're like, well, I'm interested in the other 3 stories.
I didn't say like that. You used your witchcraft and you made me
No,
get
I didn't. I did not at all. So we then got it. And that's the A cover. I really liked the Photon cover, but I thought as soon as it was something
it was
for
1 in 25
both
anyway.
of us. Oh, what Photon?
Did he have the Photon?
Yeah, he had the Photon.
Photon in.
And it was really nice. But I thought as soon as it was one that was for both of us, I'd get the one with the characters that you like as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm counting that as that's a both of us book. That's not a me or you, that's a both of us book.
That goes in the Us collection.
Yeah.
Oh, a time will come.
Stop flicking through it.
Okay.
No flicking.
I'm going to leave that there for a moment.
But that is like the little segue into yours.
My list isn't that big this week.
No, it wasn't a big list for you this week.
I just got Jamie'd again.
You got Lizzie'd.
No. It was Jamie this time. He done me again. Same as he did last time. If you watched the last episode, he done the exact same thing this week. I swear he's watching it and he's laughing, going, I'm reaping all the benefits. But yes, kicking off this week, I've got Daredevil number 4. I really was confused. I thought like number 3 came out last week, and then when I checked the pull list, it was on there, so I am just stupid. But I do like that cover. That's John Romita Jr.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
If it's not John Romita Jr., I am losing my... No, it's definitely John Romita Jr. Daredevil and Bullseye, number 4. It is a good series. Daredevil is still kind of lost in his own... Trying to find himself still after coming back from hell and becoming a priest. As you do.
No, he is a good little Catholic boy, so...
Aren't we all? Alpha Flight number 5. This has been a really good series. But if you're into your X-Men in that, yeah, this is great.
If you like X-Men,
this is great. Like, if you like the mutants in that, yeah, okay, no. But the story of them being hunted by these new Sentinels and how Alpha Flight are what's the word I'm looking for? Like a double agents, if you like.
Oh, okay.
They're helping the mutants, but at the same time they're trying to persuade the Canadian government that they're actually working for them to get a one-up of where the mutants are.
Right, to then help the mutants.
Then help them. But they've had to like hand one in to make themselves look like they're actually doing something.
Yeah. How do they decide who to hand in?
He pretty much volunteers.
Oh, okay.
So then, kicking off a new book this week is The Sentry number 1. And
that's quite a cool cover.
It is a cool cover. I do like the A cover. But this isn't the return of the Sentry. It's where a bunch of people get the Sentry's powers. So I'm really intrigued to find out how that happens. Just give me a minute and I'll find out.
We may be a little while.
But yeah, if you like the Sentry, definitely one to keep an eye out for. Definitely one I think is going to get hot, especially with the Thunderbolts film coming out and them announcing that Stephen Yeun is playing the Sentry.
So is he a bad guy?
He's both. So he's the Sentry and he's the Void. He is the advocate for mental health in comic books. He is his own worst enemy.
Okay. I just said Moon Knight's possibly a bit of a waving the flag for mental health, the guy with the 3 personalities.
Well, his personality is the Void, and the Void could destroy the world just like that.
Oh. So don't upset the grumpy personality.
No. The Sentry's good books to read, especially like the first ones when he's kind of remembering that he was a superhero, but he seeks out other superheroes to find out why he'd forgotten that, and then he figures out like, shit, I should have just not found out again. Oh. But then I had to do it. I had to get the Scotty Young cover.
That is nice.
That is just Scotty ridiculous.
Well, that's just like your typical Scotty cover.
That is. But there was another gentleman in the shop today who was looking for Scotty covers, and that was the only one in the shop, and I was not giving it up.
Except it wasn't.
That was the only Sentry. There was only Scotty. When I looked, that was only one.
It was the only one on the shelf.
It was one in the box.
They put one away for somebody.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to make myself look like a cunt, and then you just ruined it for me.
I was trying to make you seem like less of a twat.
No. Well, I'm not giving up my Scotty.
No.
Because I know how much they're worth later. Plus, they are nice books.
Yes.
And then out this week, part of Gang War is I nearly said the American Spider-Man. I mean, he is the American Spider-Man, but the Amazing Spider-Man number 39 is just continuing on with the Gang War series.
That's a nice cover, though.
That is a nice cover. I'll just hide that one from you.
Yes, I just don't like her.
No Daredevil for you.
Not when it's Elektra.
Continuing just an indie book that I've been following is The Sacrifices number 5. So it'd be interesting.
Weird animal people.
It's the weird animal people, yes.
Talking of weird animal people, isn't like the serial killer bear coming out again soon?
Next week.
Oh, it feels like it's been more than 3 weeks since the last one.
It might be because not every book is monthly.
Okay.
Some of them are two. This is fortnightly.
Yeah, there tends to be a lot of spiders.
Some of them, this I think is like every 5 or 6 weeks.
Oh, is it?
But yeah.
It feels like a long time since the last serial killer bear.
Yeah, you didn't read the first one, did you?
No, because it sounded weird and it freaked me out a bit.
It wasn't that weird. It was more just a proper serial killer book, but the people were animals.
What happens when the Sylvanian families go nuts?
Well, they didn't all go nuts. It's just one who is well-planned serial killer bear. And at the end of the first one, it's like, oh, there's another player on the scene. This might fuck up my plans. But yeah, anyway, back to the book at hand. Sacrifices number 5. This is another good little series to get. I can't really say anything about spoiling it, but I do recommend it to anyone that wants to give it a go. I didn't know this was out this week.
I didn't think you were getting these.
I told you, like, I read the first one and thought, this isn't going to be good. I read the second one and thought, you cunts, I shouldn't have fucking carried on. Because the second one was good.
Okay.
So the third one is The Swinger.
Okay.
So,
and that is?
Transformers. Sorry. Yes, Transformers number 3. This is a variant cover. Yes, I went for variant because I referred it to the A. I just
how many variants
see the fireworks. 8.
Oh, there was only 8 this week. Okay.
There was only 44 in the first one.
Yeah, only 44 covers.
But I mean, I was a big Transformers fan as a kid, so I'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the only DC book I've got this week, like you, is Blue Beetle. They didn't have any of the variants, and I was more interested in variants, but it's still a nice-ish cover.
That's all right.
There seems to be love in the air, which
I'm guessing
at no point in the first 3 issues was it any inkling of love in the air, so that would be interesting. But it's more the battle going on between the Blood Scarab and Blue Beetle that's got me hooked.
And
who is the Blood Scarab?
Other coloured.
That's the alien that makes the scarabs.
Ah.
Yeah. She's not part of the Reach, she's part of like an offshoot. Yeah.
Smile and look, because I don't know what he's talking about.
So the Reach, her people, are like an evil race that make these scarabs. And they send one to each planet. The scarabs attach to a host, take over, and use the host to destroy or conquer the planet for them before they come in and settle.
Right.
The scarabs were made before humans evolved. So the scarab science can't wire up with the human physiology, and he keeps his mind and his all goodness, and that makes the scarab find a better way.
Ah. So he's
Blue Beetle.
Yeah. So hang on. So that scarab is
That's
better
the blood
way?
Scarab. That's a bad guy.
That's a bad guy.
Yeah.
So he's got a scarab? Blue Beetle's got a scarab?
Blue Scarab. Yeah, he's got a...
Right.
They make scarabs as well, but their scarabs are to help them.
Right.
So, like they flood your brain with ideals to help them. So they kind of take over a bit, but you're still you.
Right. And that's why he's a beetle.
Yeah. I don't know why it's called Blue Scarab, but I suppose Blue Beetle sounds better. Then you've got this new player. There's a yellow one and a green one as well, who they've set in this previous series, which I read. Which is why I'm sticking with this one, because I liked it. But here's the book I wasn't going to get, because I didn't know about. Jamie, as you can tell, it's a bit shiny.
Well, to be fair, you knew about the book, you just didn't know about that cover.
No, I didn't. And it's also by one of the more favourite artists. And, yeah. Thanks, Jamie. My bank account doesn't appreciate you. But my collection does. That is a nice cover.
That is a very cool, shiny,
very
Spidey. Cool. That's cool art, and it's made even better by the fact that it's shiny.
Please don't sing the bloody song. Anyway, that was what was on the pull list this week.
Yes, you did not get the one with Winter Soldier on the cover, and I can't remember what it was.
I didn't get Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts, that's the dudes.
I swear I picked up Nightmare.
Because you were going to get you considered the Peach Momoko variant cover, didn't you?
I preferred the A cover. You didn't like the A cover.
Yeah, I didn't like the A cover.
I thought I've got too many series on the go. I kind of need to whittle down a little bit.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I'm still collecting a lot of older series because I'm more of a series hunter than I am a solo hunter, which led to my other purchases. Which I have an old friend who's a massive fan of this team, which is kind of why I want to get them.
Just to annoy him.
So I can piss him off.
Well, to be fair, none of them were new. None of them were extra bin dips today.
No, these ones I actually found online and I got a good deal. So, I got from the original Volume 1 Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 1, the original team, not Star-Lord. Not Star-Lord, Gamora, you know it. But here is Yondu. Sakaar, whatever you pronounce his name. The others I can't remember at the top of my head.
And this is a first appearance of somebody.
Yes.
Yes.
Did it yesterday?
Yes, I know. We've developed this fun game. Or he's developed this fun game. He likes to quiz me on things.
I just like being a quiz master.
So not only does he now have a Marvel quiz book that he likes to just whip out occasionally and fire questions at me.
At least there's a book I'm whipping out and other things.
You also, we decided yesterday when we didn't take the book out when we went for lunch, to quiz me on recognising first appearances. And
I mean, if you're not doing that with your significant other, what will you do?
yeah.
Like
superheroes and aliases, and that was a little fun game as well. And I don't remember who this was the first appearance of. It was a villain.
A couple of first appearances. So it's the first team appearance of the Guardians, the original Guardians. Then it's the first appearance of the man that makes Rocket laugh.
Ah, Taserface! That's who it was. Now I remember.
And there's one other who I'm going to have to find out now because otherwise it's going to annoy me.
Yes. Now I remember. It was the first appearance of Taserface. I got there in the end. Yeah. This game is quite fun if you feel like playing it with your significant others or friends or mortal enemies just to annoy them.
Oh, it's the first appearance of the Stark, not a Tony. I can't remember which one the Stark is, so I'm not going to dive into it.
But yeah, I was allowed 3 clues that are of his choosing that he thinks will help me to get the right answer. And I'm allowed to ask 3 questions. And I got all of them. Some of them took me a while. But I did get all of them. I did.
Oh, and the MCU ones?
The first appearances. I did get them all. I'm pretty sure I got them all.
You did.
I don't think you had to tell me any of them. You had to give me clues.
Okay. I'm
pretty sure I got all of them in the end, of the ones that we were doing yesterday.
Part of the deal I got anyway, carrying on, and they are really nice condition. I don't know if they've been pressed lately or been cleaned.
They are nice though.
They are really nice, considering they're from the 1990. I mean, you can tell from the artwork.
Guardians are that recent?
Guardians, I'm pretty sure there's not. I need to look this up because, yeah, it might be. This is issue number 2. No, it's not. That was issue number 3. Yeah, I'm telling you. Here is issue number 2.
You just have it in the wrong order.
Yeah, I've done that one. Here is issue number 2. Another.
Are you not proud of me remembering from yesterday
that was a first appearance.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you
recognising the cover from yesterday. I've been asleep since then. I've spent a day with a 2-year-old since then. My brain has melted slightly.
Do not use that excuse against me. I spend days with her a lot.
I know you do.
My brain melts a lot. But, rounding it off, now this book, I don't know if you remember, because I was on the fence about getting this before, but it was, and I don't know why they do it, they all do it, all the comic companies do it, they have a one shot, and they try and charge a tenner for the book. This one was 50% off from online, and I thought, I wanted to read it, because I've been on a Berserker binge this week, and I hate myself, but now I really like Berserker now after reading it.
Berserker. It annoys me, he has no vowels.
I'm on a Berserker binge, and this was the second book, Poetry of Madness, which will explain to you what happened to the city of Atlantis and his role to play in it. There is a involved. But that's actually, it's a good book. Is there
actually a involved? And people now think I'm crazy.
I think you're crazy, and I married you.
I hadn't discovered Bluey when you married me. Is there actually an octopus involved? I'm going to move these books
for you, bend the corners.
I'm not bending the corners.
There is... I can't really say anything about ruining the ending, so... Read it for yourself. If you haven't read it, get out there and read it. Get a copy. I'm not saying go out and buy it, go out and read it, but it is a good book.
And you don't mind buying it when it's only a £5, but £10 for it is...
It was less than a £5, so that's even better. But yeah, he is a really good character. Like, I read the first issue of the first one, and I thought, this is going to be trash. And for months, I didn't touch it. Yeah, and then I read the second one, and thought, oh, okay, there's a bit more to it. And then I read all of them, and I was like, you absolutely can't like what. I need to keep reading this.
It's not quite as much of a rip-off of Highlander as you thought it was.
No, it's not anything like Highlander.
But that's where you thought it was going from the first one.
Did I?
I'm pretty sure you
probably
said that it felt like a bit of a rip-off of Highlander.
But, yeah, Keanu Reeves clearly wrote this character for himself. If this guy ever gets into films and stuff, it's definitely based on him. Which will have to be soon because he's getting on a bit.
I was going to say, it'll make it into film when Keanu Reeves is like 80.
No, it won't. I think it's already been picked up. Because
to be fair,
Keanu Reeves involved, he's going to...
Yeah, not only is Keanu Reeves writing it, but whoever's drawing it has made it look like him as well. So.
Yeah, so the first series, it didn't look exactly like him. Since that, it has. Because he's got new artists. So he's gone out and said, make it look more like me. The first one looked a little bit...
The bits of it that I've seen, I always thought it looked a bit like him.
But from that one, and Fallen Empire, which was out last week, a couple of weeks ago, before, again, really good. Was not what I expected at all.
Shiny.
And that was last week. Yeah, it was not what I expected at all.
Pretty sure it was a couple of weeks
ago. Yeah. Well, again, another good one to read. So yeah, definitely get out there and read Berserker. Yeah. Have you got anything to add?
No, I don't think so. So, thank you for joining us. If you haven't already looked, check out our keys of the week for this week, and come and see us again next week.
Where we'll do another keys of the week, and we might do a brief episode of me testing her on these first appearances, so you can tell me just how good she is. Yeah. But thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.